I heard you got to keep the bullets in the safe, keep the stock in the garage, and then what? Then what? I run around the house and assemble it. There's some dudes chasing me with an axe. You know, you been thinking this thing through, sweetheart.
Hey everyone, it's Blue. Make sure you like and subscribe and go follow me on Patreon.
And all of a sudden I heard something go, Charlie Murphy!
Today I'm going to be doing a Bill Burr bit, and it's on him wanting a gun.
I want to get a gun.
Okay.
I do. I really do. I never had that feeling before till I moved out to Los Angeles. This city just messes with your mind, you know? It's overpopulated, technically doesn't have a water supply, right? The dollar's crashing. Shit keeps you up at night. You're just thinking, what am I doing when the zombies come? Right? Start reading up on shit, get some powdered food, plant some zucchini, get a windmill, right? And that's all well and good, but if you don't know how to fight, all you're doing is gathering supplies for the toughest guy in the block. Right? Just thinking about that. What am I gonna do? Some dude turns me upside down, starts shaking the gold coins out of my pockets. I gotta get a gun. So I'm on the road, right? I'm in Reno, great gun town. So I go down to that little gun store, right? Come walking in, there's some redneck there. I'm like, hey man, I want to get a gun. He's like, I hear you. What you looking for? What you want? Mossberg, over under, 357 Magnum, right? Starts rattling off all this gibberish.
That's how they all sound.
I don't know shit. I'm trying to play it off. I feel like a bitch because I don't know anything about guns. So I was like, what do I do here? Hell, I'm going to go with honesty. I go, look, dude, I don't know anything about guns. They terrify me, but I'm worried about the zombies. All right? Dude's just like, you need a shotgun. You need a shotgun, man. It's got a good spread. It's easy to load, doesn't have a lot of working parts, got a good spread. He kept saying that. It's got a good spread. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, well, it means you ain't got to be that accurate. It's got a good spread. Further away you are, the more shit you hit.
Okay.
It's got a good spread. In fact, you got a problem over here, you ain't even got to look. You just turn, wow, that's it. You ain't got a problem over here anymore. Anything that was even remotely a problem ain't there anymore. Trust me. And then these people here, they saw what you just did here. You ain't got a problem here either. Feel me? 90 degrees taken care of right there. One shot. These people get smart, flip it over. Wow, that's it. It's got a good spread. So I'm like laughing my ass off. I'm like, dude, look, I just want to shoot the guy. I don't have to do a bunch of drywall work, you know? Reframe my diploma. Get my parakeet another friend, you know? I just want to shoot the guy. So I'm like, you know, how about one of these pistols?
This is really funny and definitely helps my self-esteem when I was interested in getting a gun and I had no idea what kind of gun it was that I wanted. I didn't know the difference between guns. I didn't know any of the brands. Like, it was embarrassing. And that first time that you're walking into even a gun range, if you've been to one, it's like, I don't want to sound like an idiot. So I'm over here doing research on Google, like, okay, this is what I'm going to ask for. Trying not to sound like a moron whenever I go into the store. But I really liked how he described it. Definitely made me feel better about myself. And how he's describing this, like, the owner of the store, or the guy at least that he's communicating with. It just feels so offensively accurate. Like, I can't help but to just see how accurate this is. And it's so funny because he's great at playing characters. So great at playing characters. Really, really entertaining. I like that his characters always have diversity. You never feel like he has this one go-to voice or way of acting. It feels like every time I see a skit of him, he's a new character and it's completely different from the last time that he played it. Which makes me actually think this is why he's a good actor. He has been in some things as well. I mean, I think that he's a fair actor.
So I'm like laughing my ass off. I'm like, dude, look, I just want to shoot the guy. I don't have to do a bunch of drywall work, you know? Reframe my diploma. Get my parakeet another friend, you know? I just want to shoot the guy. So I'm like, you know, how about one of these pistols? So he does like that classic, like that redneck trailing off thing. Like, you want a pistol? Go get a pistol. What do I know? I've just been here 20 years. You know? Get a shot at one, right? So I was like, dude, what's wrong with getting a pistol? He goes, I'll tell you why, buddy. Because life ain't a movie. You feel me? I'm like, no. Can you please stop speaking in these backwards riddles?
Oh my gosh.
Can you just say what you're saying? I told you I don't know shit about guns. Come on, do me a solid here. He goes, well, look, you ever watch a movie? Guy go, blah, blah, blah. He kills 3 people. Real life, man, you miss. You miss all the fucking time. You miss enough times, man, you're empty. You might as well be standing there with a big stapler in your hand.
Oh my gosh.
Man, what you gonna do? I was like, well, fuck it. Let's get the shotgun. So he's all ready to box the thing up, and then I'm like, wait a minute. I live with my girl. I can't just show up with a shotgun. Right? That's not some shit you can just come home with. If I found this stool on the side of the road, I can come home with this. Look at it. We can refinish it. We can carve our initials in it. We can have a good time, right?
I love that.
Just show up with a shotgun. Hey, I got it for us, right? 1 barrel for you, 1 for me? No. So she kiboshes the whole thing. Till the other night, somebody broke into our car sitting in the driveway. Starts fucking with her head, right? So she starts reading up on guns, you know? She's reading too much, because now she wants to get one, but she's just like, well, I heard you got to keep the bullets in the safe, keep the stock in the garage. And then what? I run around the house and assemble it. There's some dude's chasing me with an axe. You know, even thinking this thing through, sweetheart. Just running around. Where's the scope? It's in the living room. He's in the living room.
Oh my gosh.
No, we're getting...
Best explanation for that issue. It's hilarious. I mean, do you realistically think that, you know, it makes sense to run around the house collecting parts of a gun to put it together so you can use it? No. So just based off what he's saying, it's really funny how he describes it that way, and I thought it was really good.
No, we're getting this thing. I want that fucking thing loaded right on the bedroom wall, right there. I'll put that thing on my jam sleeves, just like that. There's no other point. That's funny though when you talk about getting a gun, you know? People they either totally for it or completely against it. You know, they either go nuts and start screaming, right? Or they start throwing out those stats. You know, actually you increase your chances of getting shot by 80% the second you get a gun in the house. Really? What, because I'm gonna load it and shower with it like, The fuck? I know it's dangerous. You get a pool in your backyard, you immediately increase your odds of drowning in your backyard.
Yes.
Right? You couldn't do that before, now you step on a rake and you go. No, I'm telling you. I don't buy in any of that shit. Stats are so fucking stupid. You know? Not that they're stupid, it's the way people apply them. You already have your mind made up, and then you go to I'mRight.com, you start memorizing a bunch of shit, and you just throw it up at people. This guy tried to get me to go scuba diving. I go, I'm not going, I don't want to get eaten by a shark. He's like, well, actually, 90% of shark attacks actually happen in shallow water. It's like, no shit, it's where the people are. Now, it's called the beach. 90% of people are frolicking along the coastline. Like there's people swimming to Europe. Let's go to Iceland, you pussies! Right?
Oh my gosh. That was so funny. I haven't even thought about that myself. The one that I thought of, because I don't know, like more people die by cows than by sharks. The more you know. But instead, he brought up the whole there's more shark attacks or people die more from shallow water attacks than I guess anywhere else in the ocean. That's such an obvious reply as to, of course, because that's where the most of the people are and where instances would occur. I mean, the shark's not going to walk up on a boat in the middle of the ocean. So for him to reply with such common sense that everybody probably looks around and also didn't feel like they thought of that as a reply as well is what makes it even more funny, because it sounds like it should have been an obvious thing to address and think of, but it's not. I really like the stats thing because I do feel like that's personally true, where people will have their own opinion already. They're kind of set in stone for it sometimes, and they will not look up stats to get that opinion. They will look up stats and data to support the opinion they already have. I don't think that there's a centralized, regular way of running a study or like a universal way of taking in statistics and data. Often it comes from people, and people are generally biased and have an agenda of what they're trying to prove. And a lot of it will come from whatever point they're trying to make. And yeah, so it can come off biased oftentimes. Stats can be the same number on both sides of opposing points. I loved how he even used the point I'mRight.com, because that's how it is sometimes with some people that you try to talk to. That is going to be it for today, though. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, share, and go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and my Patreon down below if you have not already checked out any of those places. And thank you so much for watching.